Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be talking with Michelle and Don about how we keep kids safe through our supervised visitation and exchange program, Kids First. So maybe Don, we'll start with you. Can you kind of give us an overview of what Kids First is?
So Kids First offers supervised visitation and safe exchange services for parents who aren't able to see their children outside of a facility or supervision. Both parents need to do orientations or intakes before that. We also like to do orientations for the children, just so that they can get familiar with the facility, meet the staff. We don't want them coming into a strange place to meet a parent that they may have seen abuse the other parent. Mm-hmm. And then we want them to be comfortable so that they can get to know staff, because we're going to be there to help ensure that they're safe.
Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about what supervised visitation is and why it's so important?
Yes, supervised visitation is when a child comes to our facility to meet with a visiting parent who isn't able to have contact without supervision. And this could be for a variety of reasons. For instance, past child abuse or neglect, severe mental health concerns, substance abuse, intimate partner violence are some of the reasons that maybe the courts or social services will refer families to use our services for. Also, the parents can mutually decide to use our services, and that would typically be if they would want to prevent having contact with one another. Kids First is all about the safety of the child and the surviving parent.
And Don, can you kind of step us through what the process looks like for families that come into our center?
We arrange the visiting parent to arrive 15 minutes before the start of a visit, so that we can avoid any contact between parties. And then staff will meet the custodial parent and the children, bring them back to one of our family-friendly visitation rooms. And then once the visit has concluded, we bring the children back to the custodial parent, and then they leave. And then we'll ask that the visiting parent stay for another 10 minutes. Again, to ensure the safety of the custodial parent, the surviving parent, and the children, if in the event that there's domestic violence.
Do you mind telling us, Michelle, kind of what are some of the potential risks or challenges that this service helps address?
There are times when the child maybe hasn't seen the parent in quite some time. Say maybe the parent was incarcerated for a period of time, and it just helps them feel safe and helps them ease back into the relationship with the parent.
So tell us a little bit about the outcomes, what families are saying that are getting their services.
One big thing that we noticed was we served over 250 families, and 94% of them said that they felt that their children were in a very safe environment and that they felt safe themselves coming to us for services.
So that says a lot. I mean, that says the power of the service. We always like to ask our program folks just what your hopes and dreams are for the program as you look at kind of how it plays into our safety and healing strategies for the Safer Tomorrows Roadmap.
Yep. Of course, we wouldn't want them to use our services anymore.
Yeah, right.
So that I guess would be the long-term goal. But while the families are using our services, we're hoping that once they conclude using us, that they can continue to have time together in a safe and healthy environment. For those children who have been exposed to maybe not the best parenting, that they learn that they can still have that relationship with that parent, and that eventually they can see that people can have relationships with one another without there being any violence involved.
Well, we so appreciate what both of you do, the experience that you bring. Your team is amazing. We do provide a lot of service on holidays and weekends, and we know that you're there often with our clients, and we appreciate what you're doing to keep our kiddos safe.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.